In the grand expanse of our solar system, Mercury reigns supreme as the smallest planet, gracefully dancing around the sun and captivating our curiosity with its enigmatic nature. But what if I told you that this tiny celestial body holds more secrets than meet the eye? Prepare to be amazed as we unveil the truth about Mercury, the planet closest to the sun. Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to talk about Mercury, the first planet in our solar system and the smallest planet in our solar system. It's really cool, and it has a lot of mysteries that even scientists have not been able to solve yet. First things first, Mercury is tiny. It's only 4,180 kilometers in diameter, which is less than 1/3 the size of Earth. And get this, it's not even a true planet like Jupiter or Saturn. It's a rocky terrestrial planet like us. So if Mercury is so small and close to the sun, why does it even exist at all? Well, let me tell you. It's tougher than it looks. Scientists think that Mercury was formed when a giant cloud of gas and dust collapsed under its own gravity. Then, as the material came together, it started to spin faster and faster, forming a hot ball of rock. Over billions of years, it cooled down and shrank, leaving behind the hard, dense core that we know today. Now let's talk about the weather on Mercury. This is where things get really interesting. You see, Mercury is the planet closest to the sun, so it gets really, really hot. During the day, the temperature can reach up to 430 degrees Celsius, which is hot enough to melt lead. On top of that, Mercury doesn't have a thick atmosphere to keep it warm at night. The temperature drops dramatically to minus 180 degrees Celsius. That's a swing of 610 degrees Fahrenheit. No wonder Mercury is called the planet of extremes. Just imagine walking around on Mercury. 1 minute you're baking in the heat, and the next you're freezing your bones. You would need some serious thermal protection to survive on that planet. But wait, there's more. Mercury also has a super thin layer of atmosphere called an exosphere. It's so thin that you wouldn't even notice it. And because there's no air to hold back meteoroids, they can smash into Mercury's surface freely. There are millions of craters on the planet, which means that Mercury is constantly being bombarded by rocks from outer space. It's like living in a war zone but without the tanks and the fighter jets. Despite its rough exterior, Mercury is actually pretty fast. It goes around the sun once every 88 Earth days, which is faster than any other planet in our solar system. That's like running a marathon every year. No wonder Mercury is named after the messenger of the gods in Roman mythology. He was known for his speed and agility. But don't get confused. Mercury isn't as fast when it comes to spinning on its axis. A day on Mercury is 59 Earth days long, which means that each year has only 2 seasons, 6 months each of daylight and darkness. That's twice as long as a day here on Earth. If you want to see the stars on Mercury, you gotta wait till night, but when you finally do, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. Since Mercury is so close to the sun, it can block the light from other stars. That's why it looks darker than the rest of the planets. It's almost like trying to see the stars in a tunnel. And here's another crazy fact about Mercury. Even though it's so close to the sun, it has a magnetic field. It's like having your own personal force field. But unlike Earth's magnetic field, which is generated by the planet's spinning motion, Mercury's field is created by its molten core. It's like having a big ball of iron in the center of the planet, spinning and creating a magnetic field. Scientists think that Mercury's core could be made of iron and nickel, just like Earth's. But because Mercury is so small, its gravity pulls the core out into a pancake shape. Now this pancake might not be as round as a frisbee, but it sure is weird looking. And since Mercury's magnetic field is weaker than Earth's, it doesn't protect the planet from the solar wind. As a result, Mercury's surface is constantly being bombarded by charged particles from the sun. When these particles hit the planet, they create electric currents that form auroras near Mercury's poles. Auroras are beautiful, colorful lights that dance in the sky, just like here on Earth. But Mercury's auroras are different. They're smaller and dimmer because Mercury's magnetic field is weaker. Plus, they're only visible at night, which is 6 months out of the year. Exploring Mercury has been a dream of astronomers for centuries. And guess what? We've actually sent some spacecraft to visit this mysterious planet. Mariner 10 was the first spacecraft to fly by Mercury in 1974 and 1975. It took some amazing photos and discovered that Mercury had a magnetic field. That was a big surprise because scientists didn't expect such a small planet to have one. Mariner 10 also found that Mercury's surface was smooth and didn't have many craters, which meant that it had been resurfaced somehow. Later, scientists realized that Mercury's surface was actually covered in craters, but they were filled with volcanic material. After Mariner 10, it was silent for a while. But in 2011, a new spacecraft named Messenger arrived at Mercury. It spent more than a year mapping the planet's surface and studying its magnetic field. Messenger found out that Mercury's core was still partially molten and that it had a thin layer of ice on its surface. It also discovered that Mercury had huge cliffs called scarps that reached up to 2 kilometers high. Scientists think that these scarps were formed when Mercury's core cooled and contracted, squeezing the planet's crust. Exploring Mercury has taught us a lot about rocky planets like Earth. For example, we now know that Mercury's core is liquid, and that helps us understand how Earth's core works. We also learned that Mercury's magnetic field is generated by its core, and that tells us how magnetic fields work on other planets. By studying Mercury, we're basically learning about our own planet and the other rocky planets in the solar system. Mercury is the tiniest planet in the solar system, but it packs a punch with its extreme temperatures, cratered surface, and mysterious magnetic field. It's a world of extremes, a place where the sun reigns supreme and the nights are freezing cold. Despite its harsh conditions, Mercury has revealed its secrets to those who dare to explore, showing us the building blocks of rocky planets and reminding us of the wonders that lie in the depths of space. From its scorching days to its freezing nights, Mercury is a planet of extremes. With its thin atmosphere, it's constantly bombarded by meteoroids that leave behind millions of craters. Despite being the fastest planet in our solar system, its slow rotation gives it unusual day-night cycles. Yet Mercury surprises us with its magnetic field, a shield that protects it from the solar wind and creates stunning auroras. Through the exploration of Mariner 10 and Messenger, we've uncovered the secrets of its smooth, cratered surface and its strange magnetic field. Mercury may be small, but it's mighty, reminding us that even the tiniest planet can hold the biggest surprises. As we continue to explore the vastness of space, let Mercury be a reminder that there's always more to discover beyond our own world. Until next time, keep looking up at the stars and exploring the mysteries of our universe.